Welcome back to How to Cake It. The kids are back in school. This is a genuine smile. I thought I would make one of my favorite childhood treats. It's called a passion flaky. It's basically puff pastry and it's filled with cream and jam. So I'm going to make a layer up version of this cake. Of course, that means it has to include cake. Which brings me to this recipe book by Preppy Kitchen. John sent me this book. I've never met John in real life. I'm gonna try one of John's recipes. Now, the recipe I'm trying is not in this book, but it is on his blog. I'm gonna make that recipe here with you right now. I need to change my shoes. I'm not wearing Crocs. One sec. I doubled his recipe. 1.5 cups of butter, 3 1/3 cups of sugar, and then I have 2 tablespoons of vanilla, which I'm going to place into the bowl of my stand mixer. I will cream the butter, add the sugar and vanilla. Then I'm going to add 6 room temperature eggs. Oh no, where did I put my cloth? And then I have 5 cups of flour, a tablespoon and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which I'm going to sift together in another bowl. Okay, and then I have 2 cups of buttermilk at room temperature, which I will alternate with the dry ingredients. Okay. Oh, this looks great. Okay, so now I'm going to divide this batter between 3 9-inch round pans. This looks good. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go pop these in the oven, which is set to 350 degrees. I will let you know how long they took when they're fully baked. I remember Flakies being strawberry or raspberry. Correct me if I'm wrong. These ones are apple raspberry. So what I'm gonna do is peel these apples, cut them into wedges, and saute them with a little bit of butter, sugar, and cinnamon. Oh. Nice. Lay down apples. You're gonna go for a nice little sauna in the oven. I just need them to be a little more tender. I want them to hold their shape, but I want them to be tender. Perfect timing. So I'm gonna check on the cakes and I'm gonna pop these apples into the oven. Okay, now it's time to make the raspberry part of this cake. My blueberry preserve, so I'm gonna use the exact same recipe except swap out the blueberries for raspberries. And I'm also gonna omit the lemon juice. I love it when things are really tart, but a flaky is a bit on the sweeter side. So I'm gonna leave the lemon juice out, and the raspberries are quite tart on their own. 2 cups of raspberries, 3 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of liquid pectin, but I don't add this until this comes to a boil. So let's get this on the stovetop. Hot stuff. Now, I don't know if I should strain this. Look at the steam. Look at how many seeds there are. So now I'm gonna set this aside to cool completely until tomorrow when I'm ready to build the cake, and I will add in some fresh raspberries at that point. Here we are. I have some rolls of frozen puff pastry that I thawed. So I baked my cakes in a 9-inch round pan, so that's what I'm using. I can only bake 1 per tray, but that's okay. Now I need to egg wash and lay down. Who am I talking to? I need to egg wash the surface and sprinkle on some sugar. Lay down some sugar. That's what I was gonna say. See, can you get up close? See how there's like a sugary coating over the whole thing? Okay, so now I'm gonna take these to the oven. I'm baking these at a higher temperature. I'm baking this at about 400 degrees, so it gets, at 400 degrees, so it gets a little more golden. And I'm really just gonna keep an eye on them. So I will be back. I can't open the door like this. Who am I kidding? Can't believe it, but I have no buttercream. So I'm just gonna whip up a quick batch of Italian meringue buttercream. I was hoping to build the cake solely with stabilized whipped cream, but the more I think about it, I might need to pipe a fence, at least around the apples. Ta-da! I'm doing my happy dance because now I get to taste cake. This is the Preppy Kitchen recipe, and now I'm gonna get to try them. I chilled them overnight. That's what I do, because I want the layers to be nice and firm, especially when I build a cake like this. Oh yeah, this is really good. This is gonna be perfect for this cake with the sauteed apples, raspberry jam, fresh raspberries, whipped cream. This is going to be the perfect cake. And it's the perfect color. My vanilla cake is slightly more yellow. This is the perfect color. Oh, and puff pastry. Time to simple syrup, and I've decided to simple syrup these on both sides. I'm just feeling frisky today. Okay, so this is the preserves I made yesterday, and wow, and strained all the seeds out. Well, a few seeds got through. It's the perfect color if you look at the passion flaky. Why is it called a passion flaky? I'm kind of wondering if it's enough. So last night I went and bought some raspberry spread. This is a brand that it's all fruit. See, more fruit, less sugar. So I'm thinking I might add this to this just to make sure it's enough. I originally was gonna stir in fresh raspberries, but now I think I should just sort of dot them into the cake so we can see them, right? Because if I stir these in, they're just gonna mash up, and I'm not stirring in the raspberries, right? I made the decision. The decision has been made. Okay, so I'm going to make some stabilized whipped cream. I use this in my key lime pie. I'm making 4 times the recipe. So I have 3 cups of whipping cream, 1 cup of sifted icing sugar, and then I have 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of gelatin, and then I just have some water on the side. So what I need to do is pour the whipped cream into the bowl of my stand mixer, and then place this into the fridge to chill for like 20 minutes. And now the next piece of the puzzle is I just need like 1.5 tablespoons of water, and then I'm gonna sprinkle the gelatin on top, and I just wanna bloom the gelatin. So I'm gonna mix this all together. I will have to heat this up slightly when the cream is chilled and whipped, because what we're looking for is a liquid version of gelatin to pour into the whipping cream to help stabilize it. I've removed the cream from the fridge. Now what I'm going to do is stir in the icing sugar. What I'm gonna do is allow this to whip at the highest speed, and then when I'm approaching sort of soft peaks, I'll start to pour in this gelatin. I hope I didn't ruin this. I'll have to do it all over again. Oh my God, I am a mess. Adding the cold whipping cream to the gelatin was a mistake, so I went back in the kitchen and made new gelatin. And here we are. Sorry, the cream is at soft peaks. I'm going to pour the gelatin in as it's whipping. Okay. And now we have nice, stable whipped cream. If you're gonna eat this cake on the same day, you don't have to stabilize the whipped cream. This will just help it to set up better and last a bit longer. I don't even know where to start. This is gonna be something. I have my sauteed apples, fresh raspberries, my raspberry preserves, stabilized whipped cream, and then I have the puff pastry discs. Then I'm going to spoon in some preserves. Now it's time to layer in the apples. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have like just enough. This is a nice layering of apple. I need to put the pastry, but I need to make sure that it sticks. So I do think I have to put a dollop of whipped cream. Oh, see, I'm glad I cut it to size because it shrunk. It's breaking my heart, but I have to intentionally sort of break it so that it doesn't build like a hump. Now, I don't mind if it oozes out the side a little bit. I think that will be, like, I really want to taste the raspberry, you know what I mean? Oh, raspberries, right, okay. So now I'm gonna add, I'm a mess, you know what I mean? Oh boy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not saying what I'm thinking. This is a delicate cake. I mean, I would be happy with it just like this. I would eat it at this point. It's time to move on. Okay, so I'm not gonna squash this pastry disc because it's the top, so I think it looks nice. And my thought is maybe dollops of whipped cream, drizzle some of my preserves, and then the chosen berries. What do we think about this? Oh, that was too much of a drizzle. The winning berries. So I baked 4 discs knowing one could break very easily. That didn't happen, but I kind of love the way, yes, like these little pastry bits look. I'm also gonna use little bits of pastry to disguise the little buttercream farts. Oh, I am beyond excited. Okay, look at this. Look at this. I need to lay it down. I don't even care that I dirtied my shirt today. Everything is better. If there's any lunchbox snacks that you'd like to see me make that I haven't made in the past, then let me know. Leave a comment. And don't say a box of raisins. Don't be one of those people. Yep. Oh my God.